Okay, so this video is the 2-1 to 2-4 review. So let's go ahead and start. If I'm trying to solve for x here, I want to get x by itself. I have to do the opposite to get rid of 4. So right now I'm dividing, so I have to multiply both sides by 4 to get rid of it over here. 4 times negative 3 should get me negative 12. And if I plugged in negative 12 for x, I should, if I wanted to check my answer, I should get negative 3 over there. So my answer is x equals negative 12. Okay, if I want to get d by itself, I have to get rid of the things not attached to it first. So I'm going to subtract 10. 16 minus 10 is 6. D is still not by itself. This is the same thing as having a negative 1 in here. So I'm multiplying, so I have to do the opposite. I got to divide both sides. So my d now is going to equal, we got rid of that negative, negative 6. Okay, if I plugged it back in to check it, I should get 16 as my answer. Okay, 6 divided by 3 is 2, so I can simplify that. Okay, x by itself, I have to subtract 2 from both sides, so I should get negative 6 minus 2 is negative 8, because if we did negative 6 plus that negative 2, because it's the same thing as negative 6 minus 2, to get that negative 8. Okay, got to get rid of the things not attached to x first, so we got to get rid of this 3. So right now I'm adding 3, so I have to subtract 3 to get rid of it. 5 minus 3 is 2. Right now I'm multiplying in between, so I need to divide to get rid of that negative 2. So I'm going to divide both sides by negative 2. So x should now equal 2 divided by negative 2 is negative 1. Okay, got to get rid of the things not attached to x, so I got to get rid of this 5. So right now I'm subtracting 5, so I'm going to add 5. So I have 2/3 x is equal to 5 plus 2 is 7. Okay, to get rid of a fraction, you need to multiply by the reciprocal. So I need to multiply by the opposite. So I'm going to multiply this by 3 over 2. Okay, 7 is the same thing as 7 over 1, and when we multiply across. So I'm going to have x on this side, because both of those will cancel. 7 times 3 is 21, and 1 times 2 is 2. So there's my answer. Okay, got to get rid of the things not attached to x first. I need to get rid of that 2/3. Right now I'm subtracting it. I need to make sure I add it. So I have 1/2 x is equal to, when we're adding and subtracting fractions, they have to have common denominators. It looks like I can get both of these bottoms to be 12, so I need to times this by 3 over 3. So when we multiply across. So 1 times 3 is going to be 3, and then we have that 12 on the bottom, so that means I have to multiply this one by 4 over 4. So 4 times 2 on the top is 8, and then we have that 12 on the bottom. So 8, we add across now, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I have 1/2 x is equal to 11 over 12. Okay, x is still not by itself, so I need to multiply by the reciprocal. So multiply by 2 over 1, so the same thing as multiplying by 2. Okay, when we multiply across. So that canceled that. So right now I have x equals 2 times 11 is 22, and 12 times 1 is 12. Let's go ahead and reduce it. So it looks like 2 can come out of both of them. So 22 divided by 2 is 11, 12 divided by 2 is 6, and nothing else can come out. So that is my answer. Okay, some of these you can pause the video and do them yourself and then check to see if you're getting the same answer as me. That's fine. This one, it looks like I have to distribute first because I need to get rid of this 2. When I distribute to both of them. So 2 times x gives me 2x. That 2 times negative 5 gets me negative 10. A lot of you guys forget to distribute to both of them. Then we still have that plus 3x is equal to 20. Okay, I can combine like terms because I have 2 terms on the same side that are like. So I can combine them. So 2x plus 3x is 5x. We still have that minus 10. We got to get rid of the things not attached to x first. So let's go ahead and add that 10 over to get rid of it. So 5x equals 30 now. Right now I'm multiplying that 5, so I need to divide by 5 to get rid of it. 30 divided by 5 is 6. And there's my answer. Okay, let's see if there's any like terms I can combine, because there's nothing I can distribute right now. So we got this negative 2x and 4x. So negative 2x plus 4x is 2x. And the 7x and negative 3x, 7x minus 3x is 4x. Now let's start moving things around because I need x on one side and my numbers on one side. So let's subtract this 2x to get rid of it over here. So I have negative 3 equals 4x minus 2x is 2x. Okay, now I have to move my numbers over. So right now I'm adding 11, so I'm going to subtract 11. So I'll have negative 14 equals 2x. Right now I am multiplying, so I need to divide to get rid of it. So I'm going to divide both sides by 2. Negative 14 divided by 2 is negative 7. So our x equals negative 7. Okay, see if there's any like terms on one side I can combine or anything I can distribute. So right now these are the same, so we got negative 4y plus 7 equals 7 minus 4y. So I'm going to add 4y to both sides to get rid of it on this one side. So I have 7 equals 7, negative 4y plus 4y is 0. 7 equals 7, which is true. But we don't have a value that's going to work here in the situation for y that's exact. Okay, it looks like we need to distribute for this. So I distribute to both. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. Don't forget to distribute to both of them. 6 times 3 is 18x. And 6 times 9 is going to be a negative 54. Do not forget that negative there. Okay, so let's start moving things around. Let's get rid of this 2x over here. So I got negative 6 equals 16x minus 54. We got to add 54 to get rid of it. So we'll have 48 is equal to 16x. Right now we're multiplying, we got to divide to get rid of it. So then we get x to equal 3. And again, you could plug it back in for your x values and check to make sure both sides equal. Okay, let's try this one. So I'm going to get rid of this 6. So I'm going to add 6 to both sides. So I'll have 7z equals 18 plus 7z. Subtract 7z. Okay, they cancel on both sides. Does 0 equal 18? No, it doesn't. So we have no solution. Okay, or NS, no solution. Because these sides do not equal each other. Okay, the original price of skates is $28.50. You have a 20% off coupon, so how much are the skates now? So I have to figure out what 20% off of $28.50 is. So I'm going to take $28.50 times, okay, we have to change our percentage to decimal, so it's going to be 0.20. So $28.50 times 0.20 is $5.70, okay? That is how much money they are saving. So I need to find out what my new price is. So I have to subtract that from my original price. So $28.50 minus $5.70 is $22.80. So now $22.80 is the price I'm paying with that 20% off coupon. Okay, we have an equal sign in the middle and two fractions. So to make this easy, I could just cross multiply, or I could multiply this by my reciprocal if I wanted to. But let's go ahead and cross multiply. So negative 2 times 10 is negative 20, and 4 times x is 4x. Right now we're multiplying, so to get rid of it we divide. Negative 20 divided by 4 is negative 5. Okay, so if you have that equal sign and two fractions on both sides, you're more than welcome to cross multiply. Just, it has to have that equal sign. Okay, so we got to get rid of the things not attached to Q first. So let's subtract 15. So we got Q over 6 is equal to negative 21 minus 15, which is negative 36. Okay, right now we're dividing 6, so we need to multiply 6 to get rid of it. So negative 36 times 6, we got Q to be negative 216. Okay, we have that equal sign, so we can cross multiply. To make this easier, I'm going to make it 2x over 3, because that x technically still has that 1 on the bottom, which means the x is on top. So if I cross multiply now, I could do 4 times 3, which gets me 12, and 3 times 2x, which gets me 6x. Now I divide by 6, so x would be 2. Okay, another way I could do this, I'm going to go ahead and erase this. I could have multiplied by the reciprocal. So I could have multiplied this by 3 over 2 and this by 3 over 2. Okay, when we multiply across or when we multiply fractions, we multiply across, so 4 times 3 gets me at 12 on top, 3 times 2 gets me at 6 on bottom, which reduces to just 2, which is the same answer. So you could do it either way. Okay, we need to get rid of the things not attached to x first, so let's go ahead and subtract this 8. So you got x over 2 equals negative 12 minus 8, or you could write it negative 12 plus negative 8, which is my negative 20. Right now we're dividing, so we need to multiply to get rid of it. So x equals negative 40. Okay, last one. Right now I'm multiplying, so to get rid of it, I need to divide it. So negative 98 divided by 7 is negative 14.